Well then, in we go. Hi, and welcome to another video. So, it's the weekend. We've finished our week of work and got some exciting news and some things that we're going to do today that I'm going to take you along with and try and talk about yesterday as well. So, what I've done is I've actually got myself a van. Now, I know this is the world of YouTube and you're expecting something really extravagant, etc., because it's YouTube and people that make YouTube videos have loads of money, etc. But this is obviously real world, real wages, and I just wanted to share with you guys what it looks like now, and then in a couple of weeks I'm going to put some work in and get it all kitted out, and then I'll show you what it is at the end. So I'm going to try and go through the process as well. And there is the van. So it is a Volkswagen Caddy and it's in pretty good shape, to be fair. It is second hand, obviously. It's in pretty good shape. It's got a couple of cosmetic issues that you get with second hand vehicles, but I think for what I need and the job that I do, I think it's pretty much perfect. So like I say, I'll show you it now, and then maybe in a couple of weeks I'll show you it again once we've kitted it out. Go in. So, as you can see, whoever had it before me, they kitted it out with some wooden panels or some wooden interior. I assume that there would be a normal flooring underneath it. Again, obviously, that whatever it is here that they've had, it's not a massive issue for me, because what I want to do is put some non-slip flooring in here in the place where there won't be a double cage. So I'm aiming to have double cages in here, and then what's not in double cage, I'm going to put some like non-slip flooring or whatever is best. And then on the sides, what I'm hoping to do is get some hooks down the sides where I can put things like my sleeve, etc, etc. Have you found it underneath this one as well? So the interior, there's a couple of marks on the seat, not a massive issue. It's pretty standard. It's got some cruise control, it's got some different things like that. I wouldn't say cruise control is a massive thing for me. Wouldn't say cruise control is a massive thing for me because I don't really go too far. It's got a touch screen on here. Turn that down. So it's got radio, media, phone. It's got some different things. Got some aircon, that's important. Also in the back there is I will need to sort out some form of ventilation, because although I've got this that I can obviously have the windows open, speaking to my trainer, he's advised that we get some form of electric ventilation for when I'm on site that links up to some batteries, so that if it is really hot that I can get the airflow going through and use that rather than just having the windows and the doors open. So that's pretty much the van. Like I say, this is just like an introduction, and I'm actually going to do one in, like I say, a couple of weeks once I've kitted it out, just to show you guys what I've done. See if there's anything that you may advise, then put it down in the link below. But I'm doing it along with my trainer, so my trainer's got a double cage that I can get off of him, and he's also going to help me with the ventilation. So I will be doing it with him. But if there's anything down in the link below that you think might be handy, like I say, the hook idea of where I can hang stuff, if you've got anything like that that might help, then put it down in the comments below. But this video is about working as a team. So obviously me and the dog, we are a team, and when we're on site, most of the time it's just the two of us. So just want you to think about, who is the most important part of the team? Is it me or is it you? So I'm going to take you through two clips now. So the first one is real life clip, and the second one's a training clip. So I was at work the week just gone, and there was a white van pulled up to the gate, and that's not uncommon for the site that I work on, but normally they would turn up, and everyone that turns up would have a key to get in. And I've been told if they've got a key, they let themselves in, then that's fine. Obviously no one can climb over the gate or let themselves in without opening the gate, because therefore they shouldn't be there. So I let that van sit there for about a minute, no one got out, so decided to get the dog out, go down to the gate, have a chat with them, see what they was there for, and this is how it went. Yep. Close. Easy. Easy. Hi mate, you alright?
Yeah. Come to the pump off at the works.
Right, okay.
I've got another guy meet me. He'll be in about 20 minutes.
Right, okay. I'll have to give someone a call just to make sure they're aware of it. Is that alright?
I don't know if they are. It's James, the site operator, asked us to drop it off today.
Right, okay.
But yeah.
Alright, just give me a sec, mate.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Sorry, say that again. Easy. Alright, do you want to speak to him quickly? There's my site manager.
Okay,
Wants to have a quick
right?
chat. Yeah.
No worries. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hello.
Yep. Close.
Hello. Sorry, it's a poor signal.
Sit.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Cheers. Thank you. Bye.
Close.
Cheers for that.
Hello, mate. Yep. Right, okay. Alright. Okay, mate. Alright, no problem. Alright, cheers for that, Scott. See you, mate. Bye, bye, bye. Cool.
Do you want me to wait here till Colin gets in? We both go down together.
Be easier, wouldn't it, rather than having it open and that. Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, nice one.
No worries, mate. I'll let you stay in your car when it's dry.
Alright. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Good boy. Well done. Now, I've obviously cut some bits out of that because obviously the name of the customer was in there, etc. So I've obviously cut bits out of that. So basically what happened was I went down, I got the dog to wait whilst I opened the gate. As we turned the corner, the guy was still sitting in the van. As we started approaching, he got out of the van. It's when the person gets out of the van, that's when you hear my dog start to kick off. So what you have to appreciate with this, and this comes back to who's the most important in the team, is that the dog lives for the moment. So the dog sees the person get out and he goes, right, I'm having him. It's you that turns around and says, no, hold on a minute, let's see what's going on. So as the guy got out of the van, the dog started to kick off, started to pull. I told him easy, which for us means you can kick off, but let's not go charging in. So let's take it easy, approach them and see what the deal is. Now I left myself a nice distance from the gate in order to chat to the person, and the dog calmed himself down once I started chatting with the guy. And the important thing about giving yourself some distance as well is that if that person decided to jump the gate, I'll give myself enough time to tell him to stop. I'll give him ample chance before he gets to us in order to stop himself and make it a bad decision. And the one thing that made me a bit suspicious with this is that he said that he had a mate turning up. Now, normally they only turn up with one van. When he said that he had a mate turning up, that's what rose my suspicion a little bit. But once I checked with my manager, or with the site manager, that the story checked out, and he hadn't told me that they was expecting a delivery, I was quite happy. And once the story checked out, I gave my phone to the guy, he spoke to the site manager, and it all got sorted out. It turned out that the other guy that was turning up had the key to let them both in, and the second van ended up being sign written, which is also obviously a sign written van for the company that you're working for. That is obviously decent proof that they should be there. So that's a good example of the dog doing his job and me telling the dog what he needs to do. That, hold on, we don't need to go charging in here. Like, they're the other side of the gate. We don't need to go charging in. Let's let them decide what they want to do. But also a good tip for this is, if someone turns up to your gate and they're trying to distract you but aren't actually coming in, what you've also got to think about, it maybe in the back of your mind is that, is this person getting my attention so that someone can come in from another direction and get into the back of site? So a good tip for this is that, yes, if someone's at your gate, go and speak to them, but don't give them too much of your time. if they start messing around or anything like that, just say, right, that's fine, and just turn around and walk off. Because like I said, they could be drawing your attention away while someone else is doing something, and your job is to protect the property, the equipment inside the property, and the persons on property. So normally that's just me and him, so we're protecting me. But let's say I turn up at my start and there's someone there attacking the site manager. It's my job then to protect the site manager and obviously me as well. Down, down, wait, go. So this second video was taken at training yesterday. So my girlfriend come down to training just to do a couple of bits, because we're moving in a couple of weeks, and although it's not ideal for the dog, it's just gonna mean that we need to walk him a little bit more often. So that also means that my girlfriend needs to be able to take the dog for a walk but also stay safe. But what happened was his girlfriend went off with the trainer and done and was at the other end of the patrol. So obviously you've got mine and the dog's end, and then you've got the end of the intruder. And it was our job obviously to find and detect the intruder, kind of approach them to see what they want to do. And now with most of our patrols, what will happen is that the person at the other end will become a bit aggressive, and then what they'll do is they'll give the dog the ball when it's all done as a reward for finding them, so that when you go and do this on site, a lot of everything is a game, and if you get your dog used to getting a reward at the end of it, he'll think that even if it's an intruder on site, he will try and find that person to get his reward. But this is how it went. Skid on, hand up! No, you're out there, show yourself! Skid on, handler! If you're injured or need assistance, let me know! Skid on, handler! Dog fight, you stand still! Won't be harmed! Skid on, handler! Last chance, I'll send the dog! Send in the dog! Find him, Coop. Find him. Where is he? Find him. Find him. Where is he? Find him. Where is he? Find him. Where is he? Keep going. Find him. Find him. Find him. Where is he? Watch him. Watch him, Coop. Watch him. Watch him. Watch him. Watch him. Hey. Watch him. Good boy.
It's like, here's my toy.
Now obviously the dog's in control of a lot of this. So again, working as a team, who is going to be best equipped in order to find someone on site? Obviously as a human you have eyesight and you have some form of hearing. But with the dog, he obviously has nose, sight, and obviously his smell. So the dog is more equipped in order to find someone on site. So working as a team, the dog takes the lead. And as you heard, I shout challenges in order to give someone the opportunity to show themselves, so we don't have to go through the whole thing of trying to find them, etc. And basically what them challenges are is that we're the little guy with his big mates in a fight, so we're behind the dogs trying to find someone, and what you're basically doing is you're shouting, and to him what that means is go on, find him, go on, find him, go on. He don't think you can find him. It's kind of, you're like the cheerleader stroke little guy in a fight that's trying to get his big mate to punch someone. So, and a lot of this is that if the dog's in front and you're shouting, basically what he thinks is that alright, he's barking as well, we're both doing the same thing. If you're shouting no, all he's hearing is a bark, your bark, that's doing what he's doing. So he thinks, okay, if you want your dog in order to We've got some Spitfires. Nice. If you want your dog to stop, you need to get in front of them and tell them to stop. If you're behind shouting, like I've said, that's them thinking that you're egging them on and telling them, and that you're both doing the same thing. So like I said, the dog's more equipped to do that, so he takes the lead in this. He detects. Now, we was the first team to go down there, so it was good that he was tracking. I got told later that he tracked exactly where they had gone, so he was tracking, and he wasn't tracking a previous team or a previous dog, he was actually tracking them. Now obviously this helped a little bit that my girlfriend was in this, because basically what he was trying to do was he was trying to find the person that had kidnapped his mum. So as we tracked and we got to him, obviously my trainer turned round and started to become aggressive. Now my dog is thinking that he's stopping him from getting to his mum, so bark, 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 gets the toy, job over, and then after that obviously you see he goes up to her and gives her a big cuddle, say, "Oh mum, I found you, I hope you're safe," etc. But also I'm in control. Once the dog's done his job of finding, I'm in control of how close we get to people. Now you can't just go charging in with this, so obviously I stopped and let the person approach. A bit like anything in kind of life, if whoever approaches the other person is the aggressor. So with this, you want them to be the aggressor. You can't go steaming in because you're the aggressor. What you want to do is approach them, a bit like in the first clip, give myself ample room so that if they come over, I give them enough warning in order to stop. But if they don't, then they become the aggressor because they're coming straight at you. So I hope that makes some sense in order to who is in control of what situation. Obviously there are two different ones. Obviously the first one we wasn't detecting someone and I was in control, and then on the second one we are trying to find someone and the dog is trying to detect someone. So he is in control to a certain point, and then once we get to the point where they've been found, then I'm in control. Ooh, first time letting yourself in. Oh,
Here we go.
there we go.
We're in.
We are in.
Right, lock the door, we're never going out.
We have to leave at some point.
Yeah. Here we are.
What do you think?
It's beautiful.
Like it?
Yeah. Oh, maybe we have a guest.
What's
Right
that?
there.
We got a guest?
There's a guest there.
Where?
In the corner. On the door.
Oh, we have a guest, everybody. So welcome to our new place. So this is our place, our first place that we've brought. Sorry, it's a bit echoey in there, there's obviously no furniture. So we're hoping to move in here next week, maybe the week after. So probably when this video goes out, it'll be about the time that we'll be moving in. So yeah, I mean it's a ground floor apartment, which is obviously not ideal for the dog. Now we do have some space outside where the dog can chill out and things like that, but obviously being a ground floor apartment just means that we're going to have to take him for more walks. But it's fine because there's a park about, I don't know, 500 yards that way, and it's quite a residential area, so there's lots of roads to walk him around and things like that. So there's lots of places to do, but obviously walking around areas now is obviously a little bit dangerous with the amount of dog nappings and things that go on. So I took Ada to training yesterday, and basically she done some obedience work just to carry on their walking. But then also what we done at the end is I asked Terry to basically try and take the dog off of her, and just so that Ada saw how it went, and just to see how the dog would react. Now obviously with me, I know how he's going to react, but with Ada, I wasn't quite sure whether it would be the same or whether he would act a little bit differently. It's much better in here, I should have done this in here. But I wanted Ada to see how it went, and I wanted to see how it went as well, because at the end of the day, I didn't want him to go charging in and Ada not to be able to stop him. So we'll catch up with Ada and we'll just see what happened and how she thought about it. So Ada, yesterday you come training.
I did.
You've done a bit of obedience work.
Yeah.
And then I put up a scenario with Terry and you.
Yeah, we had a scenario.
So I asked Terry to try and take the lead off of you. So obviously where we are now, we're going to start walking him a lot more. And what I wanted to do is just see what would happen if Terry tried to take the lead off of you, see how Cooper reacts, see how you felt. And so when Terry approached you, obviously if someone tries to take the lead off you, it's going to be aggressive. So what did Cooper do when Terry come at you aggressively, try to take the lead?
He didn't even wait for Terry's hand to go anywhere near me. The minute Terry's hand went up, Cooper was already at him, which probably proves I should pay a little bit more attention to him, which I didn't. But yeah, he didn't even wait for my command. He just went for it.
But you know what his commands are. So if someone approached you that you didn't like, what command would you use?
I'll tell him to watch.
Yeah. And then if you needed him to protect you and he didn't bite, but you needed him to protect you because it was a serious situation, what command would you use?
I don't know.
Hold.
Oh, of course, hold.
Yeah. And importantly, when the person gives up, how do you get him to let go? Out.
We have a lot of training on it.
Right, so you know the watch, hold and out commands. I mean, we know that biting is what?
Well, it's last resort.
Last resort. And also, I mean, this is about my video today of being a team. So, who is in control of the situation?
Always the handler.
Always the handler.
Which wasn't me yesterday. I didn't have control.
But you say that. But what happened when Terry come up and he wasn't being aggressive?
He came too close. Oh well, when he wasn't aggressive, yeah, he was definitely just sitting next to me, as he does only to me. He actually walked right in front of me and sat in front rather than side, which I'm happy with because he's much stronger than me anyway.
Yeah. And what could Terry do?
He can shake my hand. He can talk to me.
Yeah. And it was just when he got aggressive that Cooper kicked off.
Yeah, his hand came uninvited very close to my space and Cooper just went for him.
Yeah.
But to be honest as well, he knows it's me. You know, with Dad, he knows that it's a team. With me, he knows it's more him than it is me actually.
So more importantly, what we learnt out of that is that we know that if you walk around here, we know that Cooper will protect you. But we also know that people can walk up and speak to you without any worries about him biting.
Yeah.
It's
and
just.
I think I've just found a job for him as well with the lady who just crossed our fence twice, which is going to go down well. But yeah, we're going to test him on that. I tell you.
He's going to be smashing into the window.
Yeah, I will open the window as well, so she gets a nice day off my property. But yeah.
But so you happy now? You happy with that? Because I know you had some. You was not worried, but we knew he would protect you. But what we was worried about that he would go too far. But you're quite happy that people can approach you, talk to you. But if Cooper sees a situation that he doesn't like, we know that he will give someone a warning. And obviously, we know that you can stop him because you could stop him and then shake their hand. So
yeah, definitely, he does listen to me. He doesn't lose it completely as some dogs would do. He doesn't flip. He does listen, but yeah, just need him to get used to it. He needs to get used to me handling him rather than me being his mum.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Okay. So just to clear up a couple of things in that. Now, I wanted to get some footage of Ada doing the work with Terry, him trying to take the lead. But what Terry said to me is that it's best that I'm not there. Now, obviously with a lot of this confrontation stuff, I do it with Cooper, so he looks to me for kind of approval on how to act. So whether it's do I need to bark, do I need to bite, etc. So the reason that we done it without me there is that we didn't want the dog spinning round to me to ask for approval. It was up to him to make the decision with Ada on how to act. And of course I want Ada to make them decisions as well, because the idea of this is that she can walk the dog on her own, so obviously I won't be there anyway. But I think Ada done very well. I was watching on a CCTV monitor, I watched, and she done very well, the dog done very well, so I'm pleased that I'm now able to do that, and I know the dog will make a decision, and I know that Ada knows what to do in order to stop him if she wants to let him continue. It's not so much the bite work, because I think if he starts kicking off like that, it's very unlikely that someone is going to continue on. And like I said, for all of this, you're a team, so there's certain things that I have. The dog doesn't make decisions, he's told what to do. Now he will make his decisions based on his training, and a bit like the first clip where he just decides that guy is having it. That's the kind of decisions that dogs make. They don't think, oh, maybe we'll just give him some time to see what's going on. The dog's like, right, I'm having him. But then there's skills that he has that I don't. Obviously the scenting, being able to sniff someone out. Obviously I can see people running around, but if it's dark, he can sniff them out, and he can sniff them out from a lot longer than I can see. So I hope this video makes sense. This is more of a video that I feel like we can have conversations in the comments, and handlers can speak to people who are thinking about doing the job. And I think it's quite easy for me to put this out, but I think it's up to other handlers to start off conversations as well. And if there's other examples that you think you know about working as a team, then put them down in the comments, just so people can read it and we can get start these conversations. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe as well for more videos, and I will see you again next week. See you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.